There's this Handbuff Pally out there that's actually looking pretty interesting, but I'm really not sure if it's really that strong. But in this video I'm gonna give you a quick guide about it, talk about what it consists of, what you could be doing with it, and everything you need to know in order to maybe do well with it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list I tried, and it is running the new Rooney card, which definitely does look a little bit on the wonky side, but it actually works better than it looks. We also have a few other Handbuff cards, like a couple of Grimstrid Outfitters, a couple of Painter's Virtue, a single Hourglass Attendant, and obviously Rooney as well. And we also have Ursol, which could be casting either Searing Reflections or Renewing Flames, and both of which would be pretty decent. We also have Elise in here, with which you could be doing wonky things, including even some OTK potentials, because with the Dread Deserter, from what I understand, if you actually buff this guy with Rooney, once he comes back in your hand, he technically did not start in your deck, and also you could get a copy of him with the Cup of Elise. That one, I guarantee it didn't start in your deck, so technically this thing will indeed have charge, so you could be doing something like 20 damage from hand. Going through the cards, we have a single Righteous Protector, Creature of Madness is gonna help you with the curve, Grimstrid Outfitter can buff your entire hand, the Hardlight Protector is decent, the Fins Beyond Time could be decent, he's also a Murloc, which is important for your Curator, and he's gonna be giving you back some minions, or whatever the hell your early game hand was. The Sailboat Captain can again give Wind Fury to the buffed up Dread Deserter. Elise Navigator could be great for a copy, you could be using her for the rushers, for the extra damage. Basically, depending on the matchup, you could decide what you need. The Hourglass Attendant is actually pretty decent because this thing has Divine Shield, and also it keeps on buffing at the end of the turn, so that can be pretty nice, but a little bit too slow for nowadays. Or at least it feels like it. Painter's Virtue no longer has lifesteal on it, so it's not as OP as it used to be, but you still get the buff a lot with it if you manage to get it on time, that is. We also have Tigress Plushie, which is going to help you with the healing. Single copy of Urson Maul is going to help you thin out the deck, even though we do have Ceaseless Expanse at the end, which is not ideal for a card to get pulled out of Urson Maul. But you also have Ziliax or Ursol potentially, or if you're deeper, you might even draw one of the spells, even though Anachronos is also in here. Rooney actually is surprisingly good, and getting your cards in a couple of turns really isn't that bad as long as you have something else. It only sends minions back to your deck, so if you do something like turn 9, at least discover yourself a 10 mana location plus 5 mana Rooney. On turn 10 you could just put down the location, maybe get yourself a full board of rushers, that kind of stuff, so it's not as awkward as it looks, but it's still kind of awkward. Sandcastle is still as OP as ever. Don't forget, after this thing attacks, you also get to give a rush plus the attack this guy has on another minion, including sleeping ones. You could give him rush that way, so he is definitely pretty decent as long as you buff him especially. Single Soldier of the Bronze in here, basically because it's an extra dragon, again for better synergies with your Curator basically. The Curator himself will be drawing you a Beast, a Dragon, and a Murloc, and you do have a few of either. We have the Soldier of the Bronze as a dragon, same with Anachronos. We have the Fins Beyond Time for a Murloc. We have Tigress Plushies as beasts as well as Ursol, so you have plenty of everything, except for Murloc that is, but still, you at least have one. Thor of Dawnbreaking can be pretty devastating in this deck, like making your Divine Shields very hard to pop can be huge. Toy Captain Tarim, especially if you buff him, can become very insane even on curve, and the 1-mana Tarim can be great to use it to shrink some of the opponent's minions, but also you could buff it out of proportion and also make another dude bigger. Like I said, the Deserter could be an OTK potential for you. If you buff him with Rooney, I'm pretty sure once he comes back, he will be not starting from your deck, which is kind of weird technically because he did indeed start in your deck, but he was disappeared for a couple of turns, so I don't know. Potato, potato. Nomelia, also pretty decent. You could be cleaving some big men with her, especially if you buffed her, and the 2 damage AoE also goes face, don't forget that. Anachronos can save you for a couple of turns and make the opponent feel weird, because if they had a full board, they're not going to be very happy about building another board, so they don't return their old one. The Renewing Flame can be great out of your Ursol, same can be set for the Searing Reflection, helps you with the card draw, gives you some big men. Ursol pretty decent. And it is a beast, like I said, and Ziliax is gonna be the Twin plus Perfect module, so you can get even more healing, and last but not least, we have the Ceaseless Expanse. Obviously, we don't have matchups here, heck, we don't even have mulligans to be fair, but it is a fresh new deck with a fresh new card, so if you want to be trying it, this might be a good way to do so, even though, again, I personally did not do very well with it, but people in Top Legend actually went like 6-4 with it, so it's winning more than it's losing. Definitely didn't for me though. For the mulligan, you're gonna be happy to find the Creature of Madness, Elise would be amazing, Hourglass Attendant, the Painter's Virtue, technically Wretched Protector ain't the worst on turn 1. Cardlight Protector can be okay-ish even though it's not that OP, but it's still something to do on turn 2. The rest probably not so hot though. As you see, the early game curve is kinda wonky. On the coin again, Creature of Madness would be MVP, Elise would be great, Hourglass Attendant potentially, Painter's Virtue, depending on the matchup Tyrus plushie, and so on and so forth. All around that's it for the deck, far from cheap and definitely far from proven, but if you want to try the new card, this might be a good deck to be doing it with. Hope you found the video helpful, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great. But now let's check out some of my games on my road back to Top Legend with it, or more like on my way further away from Top Legend. Hope you enjoy. Zolmadius.
Glory to the Alliance.
Against the Druid of all people. Do I care about the Finns? Not really. Not now, at least. That's questionable.
Job's done.
Does Cardboard Golem actually increase the turns for this thing too? Sounds like it should. $10 for this guy is pretty worth, both this guy and that guy.
I remember this place well.
At least on curve. And by on curve I mean after he ramped. Not great. I'm gonna make the trade here so if he picked the copy, he won't be able to play it right now. What mana is that, you? Yes. Son of a dick. You can play that game. Think I'm gonna go for a 5.
I remember this place well.
Stop and smell the flowers.
Dude looks like a Taunt Druid. Something of the sorts. Swipe me sideways. No such luck. I mean, it was Pally spells. Won't be able to play this. Hand of a Doll, not the worst. Gives me some cyclage. This also could give me some cyclage, but I'm gonna go with this. Let's just do this and pass. I don't want him to have access to a good taunt right now. Well, that's not too hot either. Hill. Dude's gonna have taunts for days.
wonder.
If I just pass, he won't be able to do much. If I put minions on the board, he will be able to do much. Let's just chill. I don't want him to have access to those cheap taunts right now. He also has the copy crap. Okay, right now I can burn a shit ton of cards for him. I'm not sure if he was paying attention to that or not, but I'ma do it.
Defensive action engaged.
I'm here to protect our future.
Alrighty, enjoy. Sick burns, yeah.
My hand is too full.
My hand's pretty barren here, but we're gonna wait a little and we're gonna get rewarded. Let's remember, I have 8 minions coming back, so I have exactly 1 card left here. Would have been cooler if we saw Gravo getting fucked there, but it is what it is. Another one. It's quite the buffage. Gets the cup yet again. I'm in danger. He didn't click his location. Are you on the dumb side? Are you suffering from the stupid?
The timeways are safe. Reporting for duty.
Next turn we have ourselves some pretty chunky Ziliacs.
So many.
Ew. Guess he was a greedy sumbitch. Sumbitch of the greedy kind. Wouldn't mind an Anachronos, I can tell you that much. Divine Shield. Interesting, interesting. Let's just do this. That ain't bad.
Move quickly.
That looked like a turn to me. That looked like a turn to me, but let's see what kind of big fat fuck he's gonna be able to develop thanks to what we just did. If it's not something spectacular, I will be able to connect his mouth. His mouth will be connecting people. Was that greedy enough for you? Or should we kick it up a notch? We are down with the greediness.
So many members.
Yeah, get 5 more locations, why don't you? That oughta do it. Okay. What's the biggest, baddest thing I can do right now? This one would be pretty fucky for him. But in a much deeper sense, what else should we fuck with? This happens. Yeah, I'm a silly. I'ma be a silly goose. Big bad Bob, not so big bad now. With all them locations copying, however, things might go wonkily. We alive? Not so much. Fuck. Maybe with the lifesteal we come back? Let's see. As long as it doesn't hit the 1-1s question mark. We're still dead as fuck. Dead as fuck. Just in case, am I right? What? Funny. Close. If it didn't land on that 1-1, I think we actually lived. Fuck E. Fuck E. That was close.
Versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
Glory to the Alliance.
Yep. Three druids in a row. What are the odds of that happening, guys? Yes. That's kind of funny. Plus 3 attack and lifesteal. This might be good enough for early game pressure. Let's try to quick coin this though. Or nah. I think I'm gonna still do this. Be a damn shame if he has triple chalice here.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
That's pretty fucked for him.
Keeping the timelines clear.
Was that the play, kind sir? Really? Oh, this thing has Divine Shield. That's kind of nutty. Let's check and do this. Okay. In that case, we do this.
No smacking. Like clockwork.
Yo. Positioning wise, we were smart. Guess.
The toy store belongs to the Titans.
No smudges.
I guess trading was not a bad idea. I'm not gonna play that. I'm gonna do this actually. Separate him nicely.
Like clockwork.
See what this do. Isn't too bad. Let's charge. I'll grab that.
Stay down. The toy maker.
No smudges. Like clockwork.
Not ideal, but we'll handle it. What'd you think that's gonna give you? What were you thinking?
Natural mistake.
Yeah, what'd you thought that'd do, man? 0 manas or something? Well, let's do this then. Mistake of the natural kind.
Like clockwork.
Let's spit in his general direction. Looks like a GG to me.
You have a fraction of my power.
Patience. I don't have time to speed this up.
I concede.
Yeah, thought so. You know, that's what I thought. Had a feeling you'd say that.
Nosdormu versus Arthas.
For Lordaeron.
It's time we began.
Against the Pally, I'd rather get something better than this. Okay, that's much better. Getting Creature of Madness, that's amazing. It's incredible.
Reporting for duty.
That's pretty busted. Okay, he's curving out too.
How long have I been here?
Look at the mileage on it. Okay. I like that.
Accidents. They happen, you know? Too long.
Why don't you smack with the weapon though? That's weird. Really? Oh, this 4-1 ought to be good here. Also get the poke it out. Yeah, I'm gonna poke it out. Could also do this, but I'd rather do this.
Too long. How long have I been here?
Sure about that? No, Melia, is that you? Always has been. Okay. Do this then. Hand's not buffing too much though, but it is what it is.
Mistakes of the past
Sure.
rewritten.
This hand's a bit on the depressing side. Next turn we know he's gonna do the auras. Things are looking fucky. One of everything, resistance included. Well, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted the 1 mana Terum there. Hey there, Mo. Doing good, brother. How you doing? How you doing? Handbuff Pally. Kill. Good old classic right there. Ain't nothing good or old about this deck though. It's brand new. Tossa. Think I gotta go with Anachronos here if I'm passionate about not dying to death. And I am.
In mistakes of the past, rewritten.
Reporting for duty.
None of that.
The light burns, but we fight.
Face eternity.
Repent.
Is infinite. The rope is not.
Something like that. We are close to him fizzling out. If I top deck something like a Searing Reflection, that'd be pretty neat. Next turn we are getting a Celiax at least. That ought to help. Good news, I have this 1/1 taunt to sink my teeth in. So I don't have to kill myself into the big man. Also running Sandcastle, that's new. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Right, lads. See now, there's my problem.
Face eternity.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say I'm dead as fuck. If I wasn't aware. We're dead, aren't we? Are we dead? Yes, I can just find out. If he doesn't have any rush... Do we get out of range? Answers to these questions and more, right after he fucks my lefts's body. Pretty sure I'm dead. Took him a while to figure it out, apparently. Guess we were quicker. Sedge. Against the dick. Hey, it's Fibonacci. It's been a while since we played against that guy.
Time we began.
It's been a long while. This could be real slick. This could be real slick for a deck like ours. That's something to do next turn.
Reporting for duty.
I remember this place well.
Face eternity.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Come on, bro. Ooh, he's healing. Can't even play this thing right now, it's gonna burn me. Guess I'm doing this crap.
The timeways are safe.
No need to swing that dick right now. Way things are going, I could just no Melia. Nice positioning, dumbass. Could also just play these two.
The citadel stands strong.
Elise. Could just do this to draw out
The light dims, but we fight.
before we lay eggs. Fucker. He could have gone with the rushers first, couldn't he? I guess he didn't have the room. Still kind of doesn't. No big spell for me right now.
Infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities.
Not a speck of handbuff action here.
Is infinite. The road is not. Face eternity.
Nourishing breeze puts the mind at ease.
Over eager.
Kind of whatever. With this guy, I could have had some OTK capabilities thanks to 10 mana location out of Elise. Plus the Dread Deserter, but I don't know. Ain't nobody got time for that. Still, not a single way to hand buff. Bottom 14 cards, all 4 hand buffages. All 6 hand buffages, actually. Bottom 14 right there.
I remember this place well.
Face eternity.
Okay. Something like that. I could fuck these off back the way they came. The fact that we have 6 hand buff stuff at the bottom of our deck, kind of weird. Kind of weird to say the least.
Infinite.
We're curving off less than ideal.
Mistakes of the past, rewritten. Pleasure of
Would this increase this guy? Not that it matters much, but I guess this thing could be pretty nice if we hand buff it at some point.
Go forth on swift wings.
Fuck.
My hatred cannot be.
That's got a sting. Might be Ziliak's time. Surely. Hey, look at that hand buff stuff. Instant Rooney.
Talk, little Death Knight.
Sure. Well, we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Insignificant. Insignificant.
Guess I should have used my face. That was stupid. Coulda done that. Coulda done that. It's gonna get a good chunk of the idiots he had. None of that Blobatar at least. Ooh.
My blade be thirsty.
Well, shitless expense. He's gonna handle that. Problem is, I'm very close to Pepsi Max. I really should have killed that fucker though. Dumbass. Turn around.
Join them.
I don't have much in terms of lifesteal no more. This used to have lifesteal, remember? Those were the days.
Find the winning line.
I'm pretty sure I'm dead here.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Doesn't draw jack shit.
Time is infinite. The rope is not.
Corpse explosion wrecks me. Could pretend this saves me. Yeah, thought so. Shut up, lay it around it, Chief. Shut up, lay it around it, Chief. Okay, okay. Well, it is what it is. Can't win them all now, can we?